Right now, 500,000 dead. How the state and country are working to end the pandemic and save lives.
Plus, preparing for possible floods. With temperatures rising, local communities are worried about melting snow.
And the snow depth continues to decrease, but when could we see a chance for more? That's in the First Warn forecast.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Linshine.
And I'm Josh Ryder. Chris Stanford is off this week. We start with some good news this morning from state health officials. Wisconsin has reported no new COVID-19 deaths for the second day in a row. More than 1.1 million doses of the vaccine have been administered throughout Wisconsin, and more than 350,000 of them have fully completed the vaccination series. Governor Evers says he's optimistic that production of more COVID vaccines will ramp up soon after a conversation he had with President Biden last week. He and the DHS interim secretary Karen Timberlake took a tour of the vaccination site at UW Green Bay's Marinette campus yesterday. It was the site's first day of operation. Right now, thousands of Moderna vaccine doses are running late. A shipment including more than 12,000 doses was supposed to arrive on Monday, but it was delayed thanks to severe weather. Rhode Island, the main state affected, is rescheduling appointments for people to get vaccinated.
The head of the World Health Organization says wealthy countries are getting more than their fair share of vaccines. He's urging those countries to not undermine the WHO's plan to make sure access is equal across the world. The plea comes as some 130 countries have yet to receive a single dose.
Researchers in the UK say one dose of the Pfizer vaccine can reduce the risk of contracting the disease. Public Health England shared the results of its Siren study Monday. Researchers looked at healthcare workers under the age of 65. They found that one dose of the vaccine reduced the risk of contracting the virus by 72%. Two doses lessen the risk even more, by 85%. The scientists add that the vaccine also protects against the variant of the coronavirus the UK first identified back in December.
The number of COVID cases among children continues to drop as well. The American Academy of Pediatrics reports less than 71,000 kids tested positive last week. That's the fifth decline in as many weeks. Health officials say COVID-19 still poses a less serious threat to children compared to adults. 10 of the 43 states that provided death data say they have had no COVID-related fatalities for kids. Still, the U.S. is now at a grim new milestone this morning, 500,000 dead from COVID.
The White House held a memorial last night to honor those lost. CBS's Deborah Alfarone is in Washington with the latest.
Amazing Grace played outside the White House as 500 candles burned to represent a grim milestone. 500,000 Americans have died from the coronavirus.
To remember so we can heal, to find purpose in the work ahead.
President Biden said the nation can't become numb to the sorrow.
As we acknowledge the scale of this mass death in America, we remember each person and the life they lived.
You know, there's people behind the numbers. I mean, our mom's behind that number, and it's really sad.
Wendy Jensen's mother, Carol, died last March when the number of dead from COVID-19 was less than 2,000.
I love you. That's the last thing he said.
Rebecca Riley's husband, Michael, died just before Christmas. More than 200,000 have since passed away from COVID.
It's indescribable, the pain. I don't know if you still get it feels like you're literally being punched in the stomach.
With more than 44 million people having received at least one vaccine dose, President Biden promised better days ahead.
This nation will smile again. This nation will know sunny days again. This nation will know joy again.
The president ordered U.S. flags to fly at half-staff this week for those lost. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
It has now been a year since more than 2,000 passengers boarded the Grand Princess. You might remember that's the cruise ship that endured a deadly coronavirus outbreak while returning from Hawaii to California. Passengers tested positive for a virus we were just learning about, confining them to those rooms for weeks. Now we're hearing from some of the first people in the nation to quarantine there.
I think we're still processing it, yeah.
In some ways, yeah, but like I told you, the first couple of months that we were home, I in particular just felt like I was depressed. You know, we'd watch the news and see everything that was going on, but it didn't hit me until we actually got home.
The Grand Princess passengers have kept in touch and helped each other cope through a Facebook group. Some are already planning their next vacation. One 88-year-old woman on board says she already has 2 trips booked on the Grand Princess later this year. And we're passing the cruise because we don't need to head to Florida. We don't need to head anywhere warm. We have Chris Reese and a forecast with 40s.
Florida content is what I've always called it, especially when I go to the beaches in the summer. So I always say, welcome to Florida content, because sometimes it feels that way. But I want to start with snow depth really across the country right now. Last week I showed you this, and nearly 80% of the country was covered in the snow. But watch this, our snow depth, it was in the 18 to 24 inch range. It has dramatically decreased. You have a 3 to 6 inch snow depth just towards our north. We are in a 6 to 9 inch snow depth. That's just after 1 day above freezing after adding 3 inches of fresh snow to it. That being said, we'll likely see another dramatic decrease in our snow depth today as we're going to see more sunshine and temperatures into the flurries. So a lot of that snow is going by the wayside as we go through this week. Sunshine out there right now as it starts to rise just above the horizon. Yet again, another beautiful, picturesque shot of downtown Madison. We're at 35 degrees. Your wind chill is at 29, 37 for our friends in Janesville right now, 34 for the Dells and Lone Rock. Good morning to Mineral Point and Platteville. Also waking up at 34 degrees. We plan your day. Here we are at lunchtime. That temperature right around 38 degrees. 39 for Mineral Point by the time you get towards lunch. A couple of 40s are trying to show up at this point. Now we're at 3:30 in the afternoon. By the way, cloud cover has rejoined the picture, but temperatures will still be right around 40, 41 degrees as our winds stay out of the south, and then will stay above freezing all the way through 10 o'clock. This will continue to eat into that snowpack that's on the ground, especially with the southerly wind. Overnight tomorrow morning, our winds change direction. They're coming out of the north and west. This keeps us a little bit cooler. So we start out tomorrow with cloud cover. Temperatures will be right around 31 degrees, but we start to clear things out into the afternoon, and check it out, we only top out to right around 26. Now we are still watching a chance to see some snow Friday night into Saturday. Once again, as expected with what I said yesterday, you're this far out, there are going to be several changes to what happens, and the models once again are changing dramatically. Right now it looks like it could be snow that goes to a mix, maybe even over to rain. So we're going to continue to watch the model trends looking towards the weekend. We'll keep you up to date, but for now there's a chance for snow at night into early Saturday.
All right, 41 degrees, going to feel very, very nice, Chris. Thank you. 6:07 right now. Chicago man who shot at a plow truck driver is now in custody this morning. It happened outside of the Golden Corral restaurant on Wellington Court. 25-year-old Vaclan Naeem Thomas is now facing attempted homicide charges. Janesville police say he shot at a plow truck driver in the parking lot of the restaurant, hitting the driver's side door right below the window. The driver was not hurt. Right now, we're learning 2 Middleton police cars were hit by a suspected drunk driver. Officers say 2 squad cars with lights activated were on the side of the road for a traffic stop early yesterday morning on Gammon Road. That's when a car slammed into them. They say one person was in the back seat of one of the squad cars and was taken to the hospital. A 45-year-old man, Dimitri Malin, was also booked into the county jail on tentative charges of DUI and child neglect.
An investigation into a racially insensitive slavery assignment at some Prairie schools is still ongoing this morning after the school board met on the topic last night. At the start of the month, an assignment at Patrick Marsh Middle School asked 6th graders how they, as masters, would punish a slave who disobeyed. That left many asking how the district would respond to the assignment. In a presentation at the board meeting last night, district leaders pointed to work, including meetings with the African American Parent Network and developing new ways to review curriculums.
Please accept this as our assurance of our ongoing commitment toward racial equity with the support from the highest levels of administration.
A public apology meets one of several demands issued by more than 20 district teachers and staff members. They're also asking that equity training be more intentional. The district says the investigation is ongoing. The 3 involved teachers are still on administrative leave.
It's about to get easier to become a U.S. citizen. The Biden administration rolling back the naturalization civics test to an earlier version. That move comes after the Trump administration made the test more difficult in December. The new version has more questions and requires more correct answers to achieve a passing grade. It was seen as an alliance with the Trump stance on curtailing immigration. Starting next month, the exam will revert back to the 2008 version.
6:09 on your Tuesday. Coming up, warmer temperatures means melting snow. How a local community trying to prepare for possible flooding.
And later in the 608, we take you inside an authentic Italian restaurant on Madison's west side as our Winter Restaurant Week series continues. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
Thanks for voting All Comfort Services Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2020. And thanks to our entire All Comfort team who's eager to help our customers and provide them with a consistently remarkable experience. All Comfort Services, we're here to make all of your home more comfortable.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Gobin Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Dodge Grand Caravan starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Dodge Grand Caravan at only $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Life has changed over the past year, but what hasn't changed is Meineke continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. Make an appointment now and save $10 on all oil change packages. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
Get the max out of your tax refund at iMart Express. With 2 pairs starting under $40, you'll spend less on the have-tos and keep more for the want-tos. Our prices won't break the bank. Your tax refund goes further at iMart Express.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window. Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
All Comfort Services is the area's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical company. Don't forget to nominate All Comfort Services Madison Magazine's Best 2021 Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Company at allcomfortservices.com today.
6:12 now. President Biden will be visiting Texas to survey the damage left from last week's severe winter weather. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says he could make the trip as soon as this week. Psaki says the president knows the importance of visiting a disaster area and showing his support. The president has been closely monitoring the situation. White House officials say he's getting nonstop updates from his national security team, and he has been in contact with FEMA. Because of the extreme weather, the IRS is extending tax filing deadlines in Texas by 2 months. Both individuals and businesses based in Texas now have until June 15th to file their returns and pay what they owe. The extension applies to a variety of tax filing and payment deadlines, originally falling between February 11th and April 15th. The IRS says residents of other states hurt by the same storms who live in a FEMA-declared disaster are also being given the same filing and payment relief.
Right now, federal energy regulators say they are examining the threats climate change poses to the nation's electrical grid. After what happened in Texas, the commission says they're working to make sure they can keep the lights on during extreme weather. 10 years ago, when Texas was hit, FERC recommendations led to winterizing natural gas lines in the state. They're hoping to now make more actionable suggestions that will prevent future crises. Reuters reports, however, the FERC did not make it immediately clear how they plan to deliver power in future weather situations. UW-Platteville is investing in solar energy this morning. Campus leaders plan to install 5 acres of panels that would become the largest state-owned solar array in Wisconsin. The project will supply the campus with about 17% of its annual electricity and save the school $217,000 a year. Construction will begin as soon as weather allows, and the solar arrays should be up and running by the time students return to campus this fall.
Warmer temperatures this week aren't good news for everyone. Some local communities are worried about flooding. The concern brings back memories for folks in Columbus. 2 years ago now, dozens of homeowners there were forced to evacuate as houses were at risk and rising water even closed some state highways. With snow starting to melt this year, it's something the city administrator is already preparing for.
Just to make sure that we're all ready to react if we need to. And we already have a supply of pre-filled sandbags that are ready at a filling station.
The National Weather Service says right now the risk for spring flooding is above average because of the 16 inches of snow on the ground. That risk could change depending on how quickly it melts. If you live in an area that experiences flooding, experts say you should start preparing now. Make sure your sump pumps are working. Shovel snow away from the base of your home. Maybe look into buying flood insurance if you don't already have it. Definitely a risk out there, Chris Reese, as we're looking at 40s in the forecast.
Yeah, we lost a good chunk of the snowpack yesterday. We're likely going to lose more of that as we head into today. Yesterday, we were about 10 degrees warmer. Today, we're 10 degrees warmer again, so about 20 degrees warmer than 48 hours ago. And temperatures were starting out at 35 degrees. We never dropped below freezing last night. So yesterday, I kept saying I expect us to spend a full 24 hours above freezing. Today, we are going to do that. 30s all across the board. Mineral Point now at 32. They're the cold spot. A beautiful shot, by the way. But again, we sit at 35. Our wind chill is below freezing. Our air temperature is not. So snow continues to melt. And with the clear skies, the sun beating down on snow this morning, it's going to melt quickly. Clear skies, stick around as we go through today. Here's what to expect as we look ahead. 34 by 8 o'clock, 36 so by 10. We're going to be at 39 as we get you towards 12 o'clock. That's when some cloud cover starts to get into the mix, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine before that comes. First warn traffic. Here's how things are shaping up for us. The Beltline in good shape, the interstate in good shape, so it's Stoughton Road. We are seeing your traffic light slowdowns along East Wash, especially headed in towards the Capitol Square. Throughout Dane County, most roads are cruising along at their normal speeds. No crashes or delays.
That time of the year where it's like hard to decide if I want to get a car wash or not because of all the splashing and everything. It's a mess out there, Chris.
Right.
It's a mess. Bring them up. Yeah, no, I wash my car anyway, Josh, but I understand exactly where you're coming from.
I know. I need one today, too. I might have to just bite the bullet and get one. All right,
exactly.
Chris. Thank you. 6:17 right now. President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill will go before the full House for a vote on Capitol Hill, likely this week. The House Budget Committee voted to advance the legislation yesterday. That package includes $1,400 checks to Americans making less than $75,000 a year, an increase in the child tax credit, aid to small businesses, and more money for vaccine distribution. Also direct funding for state and local governments.
One of Janesville's top spots for fish fries is closing its doors for good. Keeley Cafe announced in a Facebook post over the weekend that the pandemic is forcing it to shut down. The owners, Matt and Hannah Keeley, say they will be open for the rest of the week until 2 on Friday. The restaurant's sister Draft House will remain open. The Keeleys say they're sad to announce the closure, but they are encouraging everyone to support local business whenever they can. We're helping you do that this week. We are continuing to highlight area businesses in the 608 for Madison Restaurant Week.
We paid a visit to No-No's Italian Restaurant on Madison's west side. They're located just north of the Beltline off of Whitney Way. No-No's is known for their authentic menu with almost everything being homemade and prepared from scratch. They're offering 3-course specials for both lunch and dinner this week. And coming up in our next half hour, we'll take you inside No-No's and hear more from the owner on what makes this week so special and what you can expect on the menu for both dine-in and takeout. You hungry, Leah?
Oh, yeah. I certainly got a little spoiled being able to tag along with you, Josh. I don't know how you don't gain weight with this new segment of yours.
I work out a lot.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot. And
we
yeah,
are
like,
constantly eating.
Hey, it's a fun job. Somebody's got to do it.
Hey, and No-No's amazing. It was one of our favorites. Before the pandemic, before Restaurant Week, we were lucky to see what they are offering on their menu. So you're going to check that out in just about half an hour here.
Obviously, we didn't enjoy ourselves at all there.
No, not a fun assignment. We are highlighting every single restaurant taking part in Restaurant Week, not just No-No's, so you can help give back to your favorite local spot. Let's talk about Buck and Honey's. They have Chipotle raspberry ribs on their menu. How does that not convince you? Maybe the Chipotle steak pasta will. I'm pretty sold. They're open for dine-in and takeout this week. You can find their full menu, their phone number, and a list of all of the Restaurant Week spots up on channel3000.com.
How about some ribs for breakfast? That sounds pretty good. Remember to let me know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at inthe608@wisctv.com for a chance to be featured. All right, coming up on 620 this morning and still ahead for us on a Tuesday morning. Get ready to get outside with a midweek warm-up. Chris Reese has your first warm forecast coming up.
And in our next half hour, why Wisconsin is looking at a delay in vaccine arrivals. Stay with us.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Medical bills. Missed time at work. Life-changing injuries. Household expenses. When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. But we've dedicated our personal injury law firm to help take this crippling burden off your back. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Ready?
No.
No.
Yes, you are.
Are you ready to go to sleep for real?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses. Very good. And one more for good luck.
At US Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and LA, but the millions of people in cities like yours, like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters, like Economawalk, Claysville, Prineville. US Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. US Cellular.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
The most important thing in the Chevy Equinox is not forward collision alert or automatic emergency braking. No, the most important thing in the Equinox isn't any of the advanced safety features we've put into it. It's what you put into it. Chevy Safety Assist, standard on every 2021 Chevy Equinox.
Get a $4,000 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Just a stunning picture by my friend Carol. She takes phenomenal photographs, so I'm happy to highlight them when I can. A little pink on that snow. Thanks for sharing, Carol. What does your morning look like? Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning, and we'll share them right around this time every morning. Okay, so Josh Spreiter, a big fan of Taylor Swift, in case you didn't know, and it appears country music lovers are backing her again as well. Taylor Swift is back on top of the Hot Country Songs chart this morning. Her re-recording of Love Story is actually her first #1 debut on the chart. The last time she even made the list was 2012 for We Are Never Getting Back Together. Taylor's been re-recording her 2008 album after losing the rights to her master recordings. Have you listened to it yet, Josh?
Oh, yes. I've listened to it nonstop. It was one of those songs that I've had on replay quite a bit. Yeah, I'm a big Taylor fan. I've been to her concerts, been following her for many, many years, even from back in her country days when I also did like her then, Leah. But yes, she's incredible, and I loved her spirit, especially her hard work over the last year especially. She's cranked out a couple of albums, and yeah, some good news all around here.
Yes, there's no surprise to anybody that I am a country music lover, so I loved Taylor growing up. Yeah, what? Who? What is that? So I loved Taylor growing up. These were some of the first songs I ever listened to in high school. Phenomenal artist. I've been excited for her as her career has grown, but coming back to her country music roots feels right.
Yeah, you know, she's one of my tops on like my Spotify like yearly countdown or whatever, the top songs that I've listened to, because I have her songs on repeat a lot at home and working out and all over the place. Drives, all that. So big fan, Taylor.
Chris Reese, are you a Swiftie?
You know, we talked about this earlier. I love Taylor Swift, but I must not enough because I never realized she left country.
Yeah, she left country.
It's been a while, Chris.
I was introduced to her as country, right? So first impressions matter. And then you all broke the story, and I was like, hold up. She left country. So the original Taylor Swift, going all the way back, that's just what I'm used to. And then I remember having a friend in the 8th grade talent show sing Love Story by Taylor
wow.
Swift. Yeah, and so that's always been one of my favorite songs.
Well, hey, Chris, you can listen to Taylor Swift all day long in your car with the windows down.
Yeah, sure can, because it's certainly warm out there, above freezing. And there's something about 35 this time of the year that just sends Wisconsin to a whole different level. And here's where we are. So Wisconsinites will be celebrating. Everyone out. We're starting out at 35 degrees with sunshine today. I expect us to warm up to about 41, but it's a mild start all across the board, and we are not worried about any kind of rain or snow today.
Like the sound of that. Thank you, Chris. Stay with us, folks. We're back after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're in, we're out, we're back on the road. Let's go. Here we go. Pick them up, put them down. Get on in there, get a snack, go to the bathroom. Everybody goes to the bathroom. Just make sure the cat goes to the bathroom. We are not stopping anywhere else. The youth will go to the bathroom. Wait, who's that guy? When do we pick him up? All right.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, by ordering in response to this advertisement, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2021 RAV4 or get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Better?
Breaking down the backlog, when the effects of delayed vaccine shipments should ease up.
And of course, we are tracking much warmer weather in the first warn forecast. We'll tell you how long it lasts and when we could see that next chance for snow.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Josh Ryder. Chris Stanford has the week off. We've been joking all morning that instead of calling it the first warm forecast, we should call it the first warm forecast this week.
Yeah, we're talking 40s for the first time in 60 days, 2 whole months. Chris Reese might be our favorite person today.
He's always our favorite person.
That's true. That's true. Oh, listen to him. When you hear that giggle, you gotta love him.
Oh, we love our Chris Reese. We'll get to him in just a few minutes here. First, to today's other headlines. Wisconsin is one of the states feeling the impact of delays in vaccine distribution because of severe weather across the country. Those delays aren't a surprise, though. State health officials say the CDC warned all impacts in the 50 states. The state's immunization program manager tells our affiliate in Milwaukee most doses in Wisconsin have arrived on time, but many vaccine hubs say they're still waiting for more doses. The White House says the delayed doses should be delivered by midweek. UW Health is one of those vaccination hubs hoping for more doses. They say the supplies from the DHS are just a small fraction of what they need. Employees are hopeful their vaccine allocation will increase, and in the meantime, they say you should get your vaccine wherever you can once you're eligible, even if it's not with them.
It does become a little bit of a seek and find scavenger hunt type of approach sometimes. So I think that if they do identify places where maybe they don't have any vaccine this week, but they do next week, and your appointment with a health system isn't for 2, 3, 4 weeks, being on a waiting list for those other locations or scheduling an appointment, is certainly reasonable.
Non-health system vaccinators like pharmacies, local businesses, community organizations, and pop-up vaccine clinics are becoming common alternatives. The location where you get your first vaccine dose will also be where you get your second dose. If you do receive the vaccine from a different vaccinators, officials stress the importance of canceling your appointment with UW Health so others can be scheduled in those open time slots.
A new study suggests people's sense of taste and smell might not return for up to 5 months after catching COVID. A team of researchers in Canada surveyed a group of healthcare workers who had tested positive. Roughly 70% reported losing their smell, 65% for taste when they first tested positive. 5 months later, 1 in 5 said they still had loss of smell. 9% said they had persistent loss of taste. And how about some good news when it comes to the state's latest COVID numbers? For the second day in a row, the DHS has reported no new deaths from the virus in Wisconsin. The state added 423 new cases yesterday. That's well below the 7-day rolling average. More than 1.1 million doses of the vaccine have been administered in Wisconsin. 350,000 people are fully vaccinated.
A decade since Act 10, the impact on education has been profound. Rural districts have felt a lot of the effects through the years. Teachers and turnover and budget cuts in the wake of Act 10 have left districts shorthanded.
We had a teacher shortage, going into Act 10. After Act 10, it really exasperated, especially out in the rural areas.
Less and less individuals are going into our teacher training programs, so there isn't a supply of teachers to fill those open positions.
You can find the full special report showing how Act 10 and laws and its wake change education in the state right now on channel3000.com. The U.S. Department of Education is requiring states to administer annual standardized tests again, but there are some loopholes. USA Today reporting states can modify or delay the tests. Under federal law, states must give annual tests in subjects like reading and math to students starting in 3rd grade. The results are used to judge schools and sometimes teachers on their performance. Former Education Secretary Betsy DeVos waived the requirement in spring of last year when most schools had shut down during the pandemic.
A wildlife sanctuary in Walworth County is asking for some support this morning. Take a look at its barn roof. It collapsed yesterday because of the weight of the snow that piled up. The barn isn't insured, which is why the sanctuary is asking for help. It was housing pigs, goats, llamas, ponies, cows, even a blind horse inside. Firefighters were able to get all of them out safely. They are all doing okay. Crews in Milwaukee will take a sunken tugboat out of the port today. This is new video of that boat, 26 feet below the water. Officials still aren't sure what caused the 60-year-old Harbor Seagull to go under. Port workers found it sunk next to its dock early Monday morning. It was used, though, as recently as Saturday. Port employees say recovering and repairing the boat could cost up to $350,000, and a new boat simply isn't in the budget. Until they find a solution, private companies will be doing the ice breaking.
6:34 right now, a warm-up on the way, and Madison streets crews are warning sloppy and slippery streets will come with it. Plow crews will be pushing back the snow to the curb during normal business hours this week. You might notice some temporary blockages on side streets while this happens. Streets crews are asking for your help in clearing snow away from storm drains so excess water has somewhere to go. Chris Reese is here now tracking that warm-up in his first warm forecast. We're going to call it the first warm forecast because why not, Chris?
Yeah, first warm forecast indeed, especially after coming off such a cold stretch. Our last time at the freezing mark before yesterday was February 4th at 5 o'clock. That was when we had that snow system come through that really ramped up that afternoon. Now, we break this down. We spent 14 days with temperatures at some point or another that went below zero. That started on February 3rd. So 21 straight days with temperatures below normal. Again, our last time at 32 was at 5 o'clock on February 4th. That's because we warmed up to 32. But before that, our last time above 32, it was briefly at 6 o'clock on January 21st. Before that, you have to go all the way back to Christmas Eve before we've seen temperatures as warm as what we're going to see out there today. 35 already, a beautiful shot there looking towards the sunrise. The wind chill at 29 earlier on this morning, but folks, a lot of us are waking up with those temperatures into the mid and upper 30s. 37 in Janesville right now, 35 for Madison. Lone Rock, you're waking up at 34. Good morning to you. As you plan your day, you're going to want those sunglasses early on. Not only are we seeing sunshine, but there's the slush that's going to splash up. It gets on your windshield. Then you try to use the windshield wiper, and it's just a whole mess. Grab the sunglasses earlier on. By lunch, we're at 38. Clouds start to filter in by the time we get you between lunch and that evening commute. By 4 o'clock, I expect overcast skies into the picture. Doppler track quiet right now, but the reason I expect the overcast sky is because this system will bring more cloud cover our way, along with temperatures that'll be just a little bit cooler. Here we are with our warmer temperatures for now. Tomorrow, we will not get as warm, but we'll still be warm for this time of the year. Here we are this afternoon, 41. As you're going into the evening, we're still at 11 o'clock. We're at 35 degrees as winds stay out of the south. We cool down to 31 overnight tonight. But then into Wednesday, you see that northerly wind. 36 is as warm as things get with that northerly wind around. Now, we are still watching the weekend. Yesterday, I brought to your attention a possible system Friday night into Saturday. I also said we're in this time range that you're going to see a lot of changes. Well, check it out. This is now Friday night, 11:30. We see a little bit of snow, but that goes over to a mix and rain by the time we get you into early Saturday morning. I'll tell you what, though, we're still far enough away. We're in the first warn phase. Heads up, something's possible this weekend. But even from this point forward, there's still a lot that can change. In fact, the storm system could fall apart altogether. So we're going to watch that closely as we move into the weekend. In the meantime, warmer air overall continues to be the name of the game. We'll see some cold shots at times, but overall, 38 By Saturday, 34. On Sunday, and then 28 for Monday. That's the coldest day in the forecast before temperatures begin to bounce back as we move into next week. Badger bounce back. That's what we're going to call it. Here's what we're watching on the Beltline right now. No big issues. We are starting to see some yellow on East Wash. That's to be expected this time of the morning. Dane County looks good.
Chris Reese looking a little springy out there, huh?
Very springy. New life coming to this old ground here.
Mr. Reese, thank you very much. We're still in winter, though. An annual ski race in northern Wisconsin is going to happen this week, and you don't even have to leave Dane County to take part. The Berkey is a 26-mile Nordic ski race happening in Cable, Wisconsin. It usually draws around 40,000 skiers and spectators. To keep everyone safe during the pandemic, though, organizers came up with a virtual option. Elver Park is one of the official Berkey partners. The park will have marked trails on Thursday and Friday to guide skiers. A timekeeper will also be there for anybody wanting to participate. The park and trails will still be open to the public on those days.
Trending now, it is official this morning. Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers are engaged. Woodley talked about her relationship with Rodgers in an interview on The Tonight Show overnight. She says the two met during the pandemic and never thought she'd be engaged to someone who, quote, throws balls for a living. Woodley has never been to a football game and doesn't know him as a football guy, but as the nerd who wants to host Jeopardy, who also happens to be very good at sports. We have a link to Woodley's full interview up right now on the Channel 3000 mobile app. What do you think, guys?
Found love in a hopeless place, the pandemic.
We're quoting songs this morning.
Yeah, we are.
I think it's fascinating that she has never been to a football game, so it's...
Never been to Lambeau. I wonder how his fans are going to feel about that. He's going to have to get her in there.
Hey, love is love.
Love is love.
Congrats to them.
We love Chris Reese as he tracks that warmer forecast.
Yeah, things are certainly going to be feeling great as we head outside today. I've been saying that all morning long. You want the sunglasses as well for planning your day before more clouds get into the mix. I'll tell you when the clouds arrive and when we could see that next chance for snow in the first one forecast.
But first, it is Restaurant Week, and in the 608, we are introducing you to all the restaurants participating this week. And first up this morning, a West Side favorite. We'll be right back.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford, plus a $2,000 money-back guarantee. To see how much you could save, call 1-800-949-9757. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a $2,000 money-back guarantee. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-949-9757.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Brought to you by the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, helping veterans, elderly, and disabled neighbors in need. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit MadisonMagazine.com.
Fusion has it all. Modern styling, spacious interior, plenty of power. Even help to inspire confidence. Ford Copilot 360. NHTSA 5-star overall crash rating. 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. So while life is full of compromises, Fusion isn't one of them. Get Flex Buy on 2020 Fusion with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $4,000 cash back.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates, taking action and challenging the status quo, asking the important questions, and getting the answers you deserve. It's our job and our duty to discover and report the facts, to make sure your voice is heard, and to help make a difference. That's why News 3 Now investigates.
6:43 right now. We're back in the 608 this morning, and our focus is on Winter Restaurant Week with numerous businesses offering specials for both dine-in and takeout.
Josh Spreiter was so generous in allowing me to tag along for his In the 608 segment this week. We visited No-No's, located over on Whitney Way.
There are so many incredible places here in the 608 that we have at our fingertips to grab a bite to eat, and Restaurant Week is highlighting a few of them this week.
Yes, and News 3 Now this morning has made a point of highlighting how everybody in our community can help our local restaurants. Restaurant Week, just another way to do that.
And we're lucky enough to have Juan. He invited us into No-No's today. And Juan, I know this is a big week for you guys. How has the community support been for you?
They've actually shown really good support. We've had a lot of takeout, and we did start seeing that people are starting to come out and dine in the restaurant. So I think that's really been a really good support from the community.
We have some amazing dishes at our fingertips right now. What am I looking at right here?
Well, this is a spaghetti capesante gamberi, which we made in the kitchen. So it's a really good dish for people who love seafood. It's got some anchovies, it's got some shrimp, it's got some scallops. So if you like seafood, that's the perfect dish for you.
That's me.
Yeah, it looks good, it smells good. What else do we have on the table here, Juan?
Well, right over here we have another dish that's going to be on the Restaurant Week menu. It's veal. We pan fry it with a little bit of herb sauce, a little bit of cream, lemon, and then as you can see under that, it's got some capellini, which is angel hair pasta with mushrooms and olive oil and white wine. This is going to be one of the appetizer options. So this is a crab cake. We cooked a little bit of roasted bell peppers with a little bit of cream, and then it's got a little bit of mixed greens. So that's going to be a starter for the Restaurant Week as well.
Fantastic. And of course, you got to have the desserts along with it.
Yeah. So here we have our homemade tiramisu. That's one of our signature dishes, desserts, I should say. And then we have Italian cream puffs over here, covered with chocolate sauce. So there you have them.
So if anyone has any questions about what you're serving, they can head on over to channel3000.com to see your menu, along with the menus of all of the restaurants taking part.
Yes. And then if they have any questions, they can call us. They can call us at the restaurant. We can answer any questions they have.
All right, very good. Well, Juan, thank you so much. We see that you got the wine out there, too. So here's to you and No-No's.
Cheers. Thank you.
Let's dig in.
Yeah.
And dig in we did. Juan says they had a strong takeout presence before COVID, so that certainly helped going into the pandemic. Leah, this was the first time I've ever had veal within my meal, and I thought it was fantastic.
I know you were excited about that. I, of course, took over the shrimp pasta. That was amazing. The anchovies were very subtle. It was phenomenal. We tried to split it in half. We tried to eat part of it there and then take the rest of it home with us because, as you guys know, Josh and I work out together. We try and take health seriously. How do you think that went for me, Josh?
Well, Leah, I think yours was gone. I think I did pretty well because I've had to kind of learn that it's like baby steps with this new role of mine that I can't just eat everything at once.
You are constantly eating. And so as I go on these In the 608 segments with you this week for Restaurant Week, we're eating pretty well.
We are eating well. Yeah, I ended up taking that and had that for dinner that night, and it was fantastic. Noto is a great place. Juan is incredible. Their service, they're friendly. Everything about them is fantastic.
Just phenomenal food there. And of course, Restaurant Week continues through Saturday. Not so good news for my pants. Jeez. Just go to channel3000.com to learn more. We're not just talking about No-No's this morning. We're highlighting every single restaurant taking part in Restaurant Week so you can help give back to your favorite local spot. Brasserie V down on Monroe Street has some specials like baked whitefish, steak and frites, and duck They're only offering takeout this week. You can find their full menu, phone number, and a list of all of the Restaurant Week spots up again on channel3000.com.
So this place also on my list. I have not been there yet, but I plan to.
Oh, Monroe Street is such a beautiful place to be walking around anyway, so you have to check this out. They have great burgers, too, in case you've never been there.
Yum. Hey, perfect week to get outside. Chris Reese, you're bringing the warm-up.
Yeah, we're already warmer than we were at this time yesterday by about 10 degrees in a lot of spots. And even yesterday, we saw a very similar thing where temperatures were much warmer than 24 hours prior. So we are enjoying the warmth, that is for sure. Starting out at 35 degrees in Madison this morning. Most of us are waking up with those temperatures in the 30s, and that does come with sunshine. So that's really going to melt a lot of the snow that we have out there. Things warm up to about 41 as we move into the afternoon.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Stick around, folks. The morning sprint is coming up next.
But first, it is February 23rd, and we want to say happy birthday to all of the kids turning 3 today. Happy birthday, and thanks for celebrating with us on News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Wisco. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Bar and Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at WiscoPizza.com.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
You thought you were the only ones who'd go someplace just because you liked the name of the town. The only ones who didn't just want to see the world, but needed to explore every corner of it. You thought you were the only ones until you discovered others just like you. Jeep Cherokee, there's only one.
Right now, get 0% financing for 84 months or $4,750 total cash allowance on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models. Hurry to the Jeep President's Day event today.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gallo Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit MadisonMagazine.com.
There's still time to save big because Steinhaffel's President's Day sale has been extended. Take 35% off store-wide, plus get an extra $100 off and great deals like any size Sealy mattress, $99. This leather reclining sofa, only $7.99. 5-piece dining set, $7.49. A queen bed, just $8.99. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. So hurry in and save big, only at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffels.com.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree dental card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree dental card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree dental card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-451-3571 to receive your free Carefree dental card information kit.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Wisco. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Bar and Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at WiscoPizza.com.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
It is 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The national vaccine backlog is impacting distributors here in Wisconsin. The delays aren't a surprise, though. State health officials say the CDC did warn of the impacts in all 50 states. The state's immunization program manager tells our affiliate in Milwaukee most doses in Wisconsin did arrive on time, but some vaccine hubs say they're still waiting for more. The White House says they should be delivered by midweek.
We will get through this, I promise you.
That's President Biden honoring the 500,000 Americans killed by COVID-19. The U.S. is the first country to pass the milestone. COVID has killed nearly 2.5 million people across the world.
The Biden administration is putting millions of dollars toward countering fear and misinformation over the COVID vaccine in communities of color. People of color are more likely to get COVID-19 and be hospitalized than white people. 15 organizations, including black churches and the National Urban League, will get the money to help with vaccine outreach.
Visiting loved ones at Mercy Health Hospital is a little easier now. The provider is loosening visiting restrictions. One visitor per day will now be allowed to see adult inpatients and outpatients, patients in the emergency department, and women who have given birth. Pediatric and NICU patients will be allowed 2 visitors a day. Visitations for patients in the COVID-19 unit will be made on a case-by-case basis.
The Assembly could vote on a measure to update the state's unemployment insurance system as soon as today. The Senate had approved the bill last week. Governor Evers has blamed the outdated technology for the DWD's delays in processing claims filed during the pandemic.
Attorney General Josh Kaul is joining a multi-state coalition supporting the cancellation of student loan debt. AGs from over a dozen states want Congress to cancel up to $50,000 in federal student loan debt per borrower. We have a link to the full letter on our website, channel3000.com.
The 2 men accused of shooting and killing a Madison doctor and her husband are due back in court this morning. Kari Sanford and Elijah LaRue are charged with first-degree intentional homicide. The bodies of Dr. Beth Potter and Robin Carr were found in the Arboretum in March of last year. The couple's daughter had been dating Sanford at the time of the killing. She has not been charged in this case.
The Cherokee Nation is asking Jeep to stop using the tribe's name on its SUVs. Jeep has been selling its Cherokee brand models for about 45 years. The company says its vehicle names have been carefully chosen over the years to celebrate Native American people for their nobility, prowess, and pride. The principal chief of the Cherokee Nation says having their name plastered on the side of a car does not honor them, even if it comes from a well-intended place.
The Senate Judiciary Committee will hear testimony from outside witnesses today in Judge Merrick Garland's confirmation hearing. President Biden has appointed him to be Attorney General. He says one of his first priorities will be focused on the U.S. Capitol riots. Judge Garland has bipartisan support. He's expected to win confirmation.
Federal prosecutors have now charged at least 250 people for the deadly January 6th riot on Capitol Hill. Members of Congress and then Vice President Pence had to be evacuated, temporarily shutting down debate over the Electoral College votes. According to NPR database, 2 of those charged are from Wisconsin.
A big legal loss for former President Trump this morning. The Supreme Court has cleared the way for the Manhattan District Attorney to access his tax documents. Trump's lawyers have been fighting to protect his financial papers from prosecutors for years. Prosecutors argue they need the returns for their grand jury investigation into hush money payments and other issues.
An update to a story we first brought you last week. Facebook will restore Australia's access to news on its platform. The site banned people from finding or sharing news articles last week. It followed months of tension with the Australian government over paying news publishers for content. Facebook says it came to an agreement that will support the publishers it chooses.
Look at this beautiful sunrise taking shape over southern Wisconsin this morning. You are going to wake up to plenty of sunshine and temperatures that are fantastic for this time of the year. 35 degrees right now. Janesville, good morning at 36. Good morning to Platteville at 33. Good morning to the Dells, also at 33. It's the low 30s all the way around. Doppler track remains all clear. We'll see more clouds, though, moving in from this system as it passes by to our north overnight tonight. Plan your day with the sunglasses early. We'll see clouds moving in by 4 o'clock. Temperatures top out right around 41 as we move into the afternoon.
Mr. Reese, thank you very much. Get outside and enjoy those 40s today, folks. Enjoy that sunrise. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.